y'all? This is Master P. I just want to tell y'all subscribe to PIPERBOY Williams, your verified source of battle rap and entertainment. You heard me?
Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. What's that? Hold on. Wait, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I had to get a little bit petty. The Thriller night. What's this? And no one's gonna say Tay-Rock's a night and with it bites. And this is Thriller night. And Tay-Rock's likes this. He gave it money. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Thriller night, and no one's gonna say it, and I didn't win it bites, cause this is Thriller night. Y'all is crazy. Y'all be coming in here for the petty. Shout out to everybody. I do want to say, y'all be forgetting. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I'm trying to be professional. You know what I'm saying? I try to be as professional as I can. You know what I mean? Like, the last time I was kind of wilding out. You know what I mean? So I try not to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And I think people forget that bloggers can go there. You know what I mean? Like, you talk crazy about my mama, I'll have your loved one no screen getting beat up. Wait a minute. Shout out to everybody. I ain't trying to do all that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people forget. You know, we try to be professional. We try to say, oh, somebody won, somebody lost. Sometimes we might get, you know, have a little salacious content and talk about, you know what I mean? Like, some of the things that's going on. It tends to make people mad. You know what I mean? But you don't talk about people's dead relatives and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Because then you kind of open up the gates for people to get petty. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm going to try to be cool. Y'all was laughing a lot. You know what I mean? I seen all y'all in the comments cracking up. All I said, emoji face, emoji face, emoji face. Emoji face, emoji face, emoji face. Shout out to everybody. Y'all is crazy. Y'all be talking about, y'all don't love drama. Y'all love it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I do want to say... Don't talk about mama. Mama said PIPERBOY be petty. PIPERBOY gotta get petty. Mama said PIPERBOY get petty. Mama said PIPERBOY get petty. Shout out. I do want to say this though, right? Shout out to everybody. There's a document floating around on Twitter. It's everywhere. It's on Instagram. Everybody talking about it. People blogging about it. Shout out to everybody. I do want to say this though, right? So it's being interpreted that this paper, this document is saying that, you know, URL has to disclose their financials. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily saying, I read the document a bunch of times. I can't read that good, but it's not what it looked like. You know what I mean? Like it's not what it's saying. You know what I mean? It's just basically, you know, saying that URL has attempted, you know, or some, you know, documents they want sealed, the judge is not going to do it, you know. But if you look underneath this, you know, and this is what a lot of people don't want to look at, you know what I mean? Or maybe they may not have seen or, you know, something like that. You know, it says that this is not the final disposition. You know, so basically what this is URL has a chance to have their lawyers argue to still have, like, make, you know, argument why certain things should be sealed, you know, and then the judge can have his final decision off of it. You know what I'm saying? This kind of what it look like to me. It's something else. I kind of been watching Suits. I'm sorry. I watched Suits and I know everything. Wait a minute. Kind of was, you know, watching, seeing how Harvey and everybody on Suits, like, you know what I mean? Like, they operate the law firm. So I think I know. Tort law. Shout out. You know what I mean? But I think that, you know, the URL can, like, present their case to, you know, to say why certain things need to be sealed, like, moving forward in the trial. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. As far as, you know, what the implications is. First of all, I do want to say, I want to make this very clear. You know, and I see where a lot of people stand on this and people in the culture. And, you know, Norbs, I feel like he's a very respected person. Like, even though people, they didn't respect him after the Torque situation, I think he is respected to a lot of people because people see the value of Norbs now. Because now that you got Norbs not here, you don't have that many stars. Let's keep it real. You don't. You know, so people now see like the importance of the role that Norbs played, like with the URL. I don't feel like Norbs is a partner. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's one of the league owners. Like, I don't think he is. You know, he went in front of the appellate court. They try to argue that. And he ain't paying taxes on URL. You know what I'm saying? He ain't paying none of the taxes. He could share in the wins, but he can't share in the losses. The appellate, like judges didn't feel like he was, like there wasn't enough for him to be considered a partner. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like you have a business and you hire you just want to be a league owner now, right? You hire PIPERBOY Williams. Oh, I think I know who people want to see, right? About it. I do like a lot of views, like per video. Like, I think I kind of have an indication of what people they want to know, you know what I mean, or what they want to see, right? So I help you like find like people to book on your card, right? It is what it is. I do this for some years. You start blowing up, and you know, I even like hook you up with some sponsors. Like, yo, there's a sponsor. You know, you might want to, you know, rock with the sponsor, and they can help you out. You know what I mean? And something happens. I try to bang one of your employees. It just is what it is. You know, and you fire me. Next thing you know, I hit you with a $1 million lawsuit. You're like, what, you just trying to mess with one of my employees? Like, what's this? You know, I hit you with $1 million lawsuit anyway. You know, I think I own some of that company. Like, how you gonna feel? You know, I'm just saying that, put y'all self, and I know a lot of people don't like the URL. They don't like the blocking battles and the you know, a lot, people are fans of the artist. Some artists are disgruntled. Some artists don't like URL, right? Fans, for the most part, a lot of them. Some of y'all think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why y'all here, because y'all don't, like, just go with the status quo. Y'all think for yourself. You know what I mean? So, you know, some people may look at it like, yo, URL, all in all, I think they do bad business. Some people may look at it like, yo, URL, I don't think they're as bad as people are painting them out to be, right? Some people might think that, you know, but I think for the most part, a lot of people don't like URL, right? So you got Norbs, he's suing them, and people feel like, oh, well, he's entitled. I feel like he's the subcontractor to, like, I don't feel like he's an owner. You know what I mean? Like, he's entitled to, you know, or Norbs should have paid, you know, URL should have paid Norbs. You know, it's how y'all want to interpret it. I don't personally feel like he's an owner, you know, and the appellate court didn't think he was an owner, you know. So as far as what Norbs is trying to do, I think he's trying to get some money. He feels like it's an opportunity for him to get some money. Probably talk to a lawyer, talked him into, you know what I'm saying, like a way that he might be able to win it. Like, yo, might as well. I feel like I done put in all this work and helping out and with the PGs and giving them all these ideas and all this. I think I'm entitled to a severance or something. If they ain't want to do that, I'm going all the way. You know, and now we are what we are. I'm saying all this to say this, right? That's my opinion. We see Norbs, he feels like he's an owner, right? At least that's what it looks like. He thinks he's an owner. URL may be in a situation that where, let's just say, if that's what the document is alluding to, right? Maybe something that was filed previously. A lot of things are getting leaked, but not everything which should be leaked is being leaked. You know what I mean? We only seeing like little parts of things as being leaked, right? Let's just say URL has to go ahead and disclose the amount of money that they make, the amount of money that they pay. And then a lot of this is, you know, depositions. You want, before you go to trial, you want a deposition. You know what I'm saying? You could ask a lot of questions. They could choose to answer and all that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different ways like Norbs and his law, you know, his lawyer can play this, right? But let's just say, you know, just to humor everybody, it's the financials. The financials has to be disclosed in a trial. What does this mean? It means you're going to get a lot more disgruntled artists, right? This is just going to happen. Some people may feel like, yo, URL is making all this money. I'm on half. I'm the artist. I ain't putting up nothing, but I want half of the money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't booking the event. I ain't doing all that, doing the footwork, doing the marketing, doing all that. I want half anyway. People are going to price themselves out of being on the URL, right? For the most part, I think that would happen. I think the artists that would do that, you know, I don't feel like are even on the URL anymore, right? But I think some people may look like, yo, like we can get more money, you know, like, you know, cakes and all that ain't really worth it. I want the money. And they may be like priced out. Like URLs, like, this is what it is what we gonna pay you, or you go over there. You know, and then they might end up like going to Remy Entertainment or going to whatever, going to different leagues and battling. That could potentially happen, but they in contracts. You know, so it doesn't. A lot of people are in contracts. You know, some people have re-signed contracts. Some people haven't. Their contracts may be coming up. You know, but they have already negotiated. This might buy URL some time to decide what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Where they're gonna keep paying people what they've been paying them. And then when they're all said and done, they already got their catalog they could sell. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what y'all think they doing this for? To drive like a regular car, a Taurus or something? No. They want Bentleys. They want Rolls Royces. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. You know, and they probably feel like, yo, when the time is right, we selling, getting out of this. They may feel like taking this all the way with Norbs. They might try to stop it, you know, with the judge and make the argument. And then if that doesn't work, maybe decide on settling. It's not it's an indication that it may be smart to settle at this point. But we don't know what Norbs is asking for. I do know kind of what Norbs is asking for. It's a lot of money, and it's not like something that you would settle for. You know what I mean? So Norbs is thinking, at least he's telling me, I'm just a blogger like PIPERBOY Williams, and screw him. Like, this is what I'm telling him. You know, it's a lot of money he wants, you know, to settle it for. You know what I mean? So I don't know, like, what's going to happen with that. But he may be feeling like taking it all away. He may feel like he got enough. They already have been, URL, they've been winning, like, up until this point. This don't mean that they're not going to win the next, you know what I mean, like the argument. But they've been winning up until this point. You know, so now we're at this point, they have to make a decision. Is it smart to settle? You know what I mean? Risk the lid being blown off of all of this. You got Verb in the spaces, he's talking. You got Calico, he's joining in. You know what I'm saying? And you got all these different people talking about all of this. You got ARP, he already in a lawsuit with URL. URL sued him, he mad, you know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like the Daylight situation, he shouldn't have booked him. You know what I mean? I don't think he should have booked that. He should have left Daylight alone. But he mad at them for being mad that he did that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But he's breaking down the case, you know, and putting it on his, you know, subscribers only and all. He got a big channel. You know, like 300-something thousand. Last time I checked, 300-something thousand people follow his channel. And he's breaking down the case. You know, so imagine how much content ARP is going to have. You know what I mean? If this is all, like, disclosed to the public. You know, I'm just saying what it is. Or Averb's going to have, or different media is going to have, or me. I'm going to be talking about this like crazy. Oh, you made what? You know what I mean? Like, y'all got to think. Like, what is the best course of action? Like, is it cool to be right? Take it all the way and risk it. You know what I mean? Like, risk. You might win the suit, but the blowback of everything, is it really worth it? You know what I mean? Or do you pay $1 million and avoid, or $1 million+ and avoid bad PR? You know, some people say, nah, I'm taking it to trial. It just depends on how y'all think. And at the end of the day, Norbs is not a partner. He's not. So you got a company, you got a business, and you got somebody trying to say that they, your business owner, one of your business's owner. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't feel like that's the case, you know? So it's a lot of different variables of how people are thinking about this. But I think some people may be thinking like, yo, if Norbs wins this settlement, right? He's got maybe $2-3 million, $10 million. He's going to start a battle rap league. This is what I think a lot of people think. I don't think that's the case. I think Norbs is probably going to be thinking about Norbs' family, which he should be thinking about. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be thinking about no battle rap. You know what I mean? If that's what he want to do, but he needs to be thinking about his family. He don't have to work no more. He could pay off his house. He could buy more houses and more property. Do all of that. Spend more time with his kids. You think he gonna be thinking about booking these artists that are hard to deal with and starting a new league off of that? And then going back on the road, being away from it. He got new kids, like, you know what I mean? Like young kids. You know, like, he's a father that's present. So you think he's going to want to, like, leave all of that to go talent scout and all? No! Norbs is going to be worried about Norbs and Norbs' family. You know, URL might look at all this and be like, we done. At the end of the day, I don't even feel like Smack or Beasley, I don't know. They might have a lot to do with it, but it don't look like they do. Like with the company now, how it runs. You got events running together. You got like little to no marketing going on for any of these artists. Like little to no marketing at all. A lot of disgruntled artists, people saying they don't even know, I never had a conversation with Smack and never had, this is what people are saying. You know what I mean? You got Jack Boy Maine going crazy on URL on stage now. He's standing in front of Tay-Rock. He don't deserve a battle with Rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what it is. But he's going crazy on URL. Mike P done left the URL. You got Easy to Block Captain. He done left. You got a lot going on. And it's all, the whole, like, the everything starts to point to P. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it looks like. P might be running a lot of this. Like, yeah, we can say, oh, well, Chet said, oh, I spoke to Beasley, you spoke to P, you spoke to P, I spoke to Beasley. I think Beasley or P runs a lot. You know what I mean? A lot more than y'all think. That's what I think. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he telling me that or nothing like that, but I think he runs a lot of this. Maybe they might just let him run it. And then when it's all said and done and they tired, they already got their millions of dollars, because trust and believe, I think, they worth a lot. To be paying these lawyers, this expensive they ain't got no regular lawyer. To be paying him, going through all of this and, been doing this for all of these years and all that pay-per-view money and all that, they know how to run the business. They probably are millionaires right now. They got a catalog that's sitting on an app that they can sell. And people will want that to drop it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Or to drop it on Netflix or HBO or something like that. You know what I mean? They got a big catalog that they can sell. It's a brand. The URL is a brand that a lot of people respect. So it's like they can make a decision to leave. I'm not saying they're going to, but they can. This suit can be bad all the way around. Let's just say you start getting a lot of battlers that don't want to battle on there no more, giving them problems, asking for more money. Just cut it out. We done. They already are not booking Hitman Holla. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, I think they should have been booking him. Hitman brings a lot of views. When he markets, he brings a lot of presence. I think they should have been booking him over a lot of people. But he's expensive. Certain artists are very expensive. They don't want to pay them anymore. You know what I mean? And this is why you have the roster that you have, and they trying to push certain people that they have, but they don't have any power. Like what Verb is saying, like, it don't matter what they do now. They have no power. Who's the power player? Surf is locked up. He is. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Surf, but he's like, you know what I mean? I hope he's doing good, but he was a power player. He could get things moving and get things, you know what I'm saying, shaking in the spaces and set things up and, you know what I mean, like build people's profiles. Like, that's what Surf was capable of doing. They don't have that anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like now Verb is running everything. Whether or not you want to say, oh, Verb is just waking up saying anything. Yes. You know what I mean? He is. But he's also controlling the pulse of how people perceive people. When he's got all these people in his spaces and you got multiple different channels, y'all looking at 300 or 400 views, like in spaces, you forgetting the thousands of views. And Battle Rap Trap uploads something, somebody uploads something, wild views like on YouTube with his opinion. And you've already got an ear acclimated towards his opinion. He can make or break an artist right now. He can. He made A-Ward a household name. Are y'all not paying attention to that? He put A-Ward's stock up here after that Verb battle. A-Ward messed his own stock up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. Y'all shout out to A-Ward. I ain't saying you trashing now. I'm not saying that. But he messed his stock up. Verb put his stock up here. He was just talking, going back and forth with Swamp again. Or going back and forth with Chef Trez. Chef Trez been putting in work all year long. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's he's got to be in the top 10 of Battler of the Year. He's got to be. You might want to put him in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Some people might be thinking about putting him in the top 5. But he's like been doing a lot of work. People start paying attention to that when Verb started talking. Like, oh, well, Chef Trez think he this, and I clip him. You know what I'm saying? Now people are paying attention to Chef Trez. Oh, Chef Trez, he been going crazy this year. Now Chef Trez is getting the respect he deserves. You might look like marketing, you know what I mean? He might be marketing going at Chef Trez, but it's helping Chef Trez. You know what I mean? Like, I think it is. Shout out to Chef Trez. I'm blogging on Chef Trez. Like, Chef Trez need to be considered one of the top battlers of the year. You know, he's marketing and promoting. Now Chef going back and forth with him, and people are seeing like Chef can talk. He's got the accolades. He's got the resume. He's been putting in the work. He's been winning a lot of battles. He could talk. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have like the mouthpiece for the URL to put, you know what I mean, all the artists in the spotlight anymore because they didn't ran out of energy to do it. URL. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about where they are, like where the playing field is now. And they got to think about if it's even worth continuing. And now they got ARP on their heels. You know what I'm saying? Every little move they make, he bugging on it. You know what I mean? Making money off of them. Like, yo, y'all costing me money, I'm making money off of y'all. You know what I mean? Some people feel like, yo, and I always say this, you know, this ain't disrespect for URL or ARP, but it's like, if Smack or Beasley was sitting down, breaking down, if the roles was reversed and ARP was suing Shotters, or Shotters was suing ARP or something like that, and Beasley or Smack was on a podcast breaking it down all the time, y'all be going crazy. But he could do that now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what it is. So, you know, y'all got to think, URL, is this worth it at the end of the day? You know what I mean? And, you know, they might not even pay attention to the little blogs and, you know, what we saying and all the, you know, the entertainment aspect of the media. They might not be looking at that. They millionaires. They in different places. You know what I mean? Doing like different houses, different, you know what I'm saying? They doing different stuff. They might not be paying attention to all of this. Like, oh, well, like we just going to see this to the end and beat Norbs out of everything. Make sure he ends up with nothing. It's been going on for 3 years. You don't think they're going to do that now? I'd rather leave the game before I give Norbs something. This is how they could be thinking. We don't know. Smack and Beasley ain't talking about a lot of this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, yeah, we could talk. We see one document here, one document here. We're not seeing all the paperwork, you know, to make an appropriate decision. We really feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's technically all the way winning? We don't know. We see bits and pieces of the suit. And when it's done, we'll see everything. You know what I mean? Or read the, you know what I mean? Like or even a deposition. We could read a deposition and see what's going on in the deposition. You know what I mean? But right now, we just see bits and pieces of what somebody who's putting this information out wants us to see. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this ain't everything. You know, and I don't feel like, and then like you know, people say, oh, well, I think the battle rap community will be in somebody else's hands. It would be a better. Right? Not the URL. Like maybe KOTD. Maybe they can, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe, you know, ARP. I'm just saying ARP because he's one of the bigger leagues. Or ARP, like maybe he can do a better job. He don't throw that many events. KOTD don't throw that many events. You know what I'm saying? Respect to them. I respect, you know what I mean? KOTD and all that. But they don't, like, who's going to throw this many events? They just threw 3 events back to back to back to keep money in people's pockets. Who's going to do that? Look about all the events they had this year. In 5 years, all the events they had is insane. You know what I'm saying? Or how many people that what people don't want to think about. And yeah, the caffeine deal ain't here no more. They was paying people like $5,000 to $7,000 on caffeine just to sit on there and smoke, putting money in their pocket, paying them outrageous prices for battles. Nobody thinks about that. Bailing people out of jail. Nobody paying people's phone bills and all. Nobody thinks about that. You know what I'm saying? What they used to do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks about that. They think about, oh, Norbs is in the suit. But Norbs is going to care about Norbs' family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we just seen Clean Paper versus Your Honor. They just battled. Who would have booked that? You know what I mean? Or you know, I'm just saying, like, what it is. Who would have booked that? You know what I mean? Or some of these battles that we see, like, who's going to book them? Who's got enough money to keep the culture going? Yeah, a person might have money for an event or two, maybe 3 events, big events in a year, two big events in a year. You know what I'm saying? Do they have the consistency as a URL? Not many people have that. Not many of them. You know, so y'all got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we all don't like the URL sometimes. Sometimes I don't like them. You know, but at the same time, they feed a lot of people. You know, and I get it. Easy left the URL, and then everybody started the URL hate train. You know what I mean? And then now Mike P's gone, and all. You know what I mean? None speaking out, and all. You know, so people like now it's reinforced. I'm not saying Mike P is trying to make people hate the URL. I'm not saying that. You know, but now people are speaking out. Jack Boy's speaking out. People speaking out. They might get tired of this. You know what I mean? I'm just saying what it is. You know, and then now you got Hip Hop Is Real. Shout out to them. They don't even care no more. They not even a part of the machine. They tell them what it is. Something happened, they talk about it. Shout out to them. You know, so they losing their grip on a lot of things, media and all that included. You know, so the more stuff comes out, the more everybody's going to talk about it. The worse your league's going to be. And then that's going to start affecting people. Man, I ain't about to be getting this app. I ain't about to be supporting them. They making all this money. They ain't paying the battlers. I see, you know, Geechee Gotti, he talking to Joe Budden. He ain't saying nothing bad about URL. He's saying like, yo, artists need to, if they're disgruntled about a YouTube drop, they need to get out here, go to these different leagues, get YouTube drops. You know what I mean? Do the numbers, go back to the negotiating table with URL and try to renegotiate a different situation. That's what Geechee is saying. But they already talking about all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, you know, the battles are locked on an app, and Queens Flip talking about it. You know what I'm saying? He's pro URL. He's talking about like, yo, the artists are disgruntled. They talking about this now. Like, yo, the app ain't really you know what I'm saying? But it's generating a lot of money for them to feed people. When other people don't do that as much. You know what I mean? It's what y'all got to think. If URL goes down, like, let's be real. If they go down, you know what I mean? Y'all take it as how y'all want. What ARP can sit there and do blogs and do 30,000 views. I'm a blogger. I know that's money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have to book people all like that to do views. You know what I mean? He doesn't. He can talk about anything and do views. He's doing it now in front of your eyes. You know what I mean? So he could make a decision. Do I want to book events right now or blog or talk about it? He could do that. What are the battlers going to do? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. What are they going to do? And a lot of y'all might think, you know, like, we just want to show our loyalty to URL. Right now it might be a decision time for y'all. Y'all got to start opening y'all minds. You know, I don't want to battle on Chrome 23. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make Smack or Beasley mad, or I don't want to battle here. I don't want to go to the Blue Room. I'm in contract, might not let y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to go to the Blue Room. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You might want to think now about salvaging relationships or maybe not destroying relationships. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if all of this comes out and they get tired of all the blowback, even from winning, if they win, they can make a decision to leave. And they're good. Their families are good. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what you negotiate. When you see Verb talking in spaces, he figured out like, yo, let me go to the league on it, see how much they making for this pay-per-view. ARP was willing to open up the books or whatever. See what I can do, like have a different type of financial plan, like moving forward. He figured something out. You know what I mean? You see crazy marketing with Verb. Now he made so much money, he battle like once a year. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. I mean, he's kind of letting y'all know that there's different ways to make money. You know what I mean? It ain't just t-shirt sales and all that. It's probably different ways y'all can make money. You know, but I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm not just saying all hate URL channel. A lot of us like media. I mean, I don't know about it. You know, I made a lot of money talking about URL. Shout out to them. The battles been entertained all throughout these years. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, they got a suit. You know what I mean? Like, they might win, they might lose. You know, but I don't feel like battle rap is better off without them. I don't feel like that. You know what I mean? Am I wrong? Y'all tell me down in the comment section below. Do you feel like battle rap is better without URL? Do you feel like, you know, there would be a plethora of events if URL didn't exist? You know what I'm saying? Tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I also want to say this. I seen that Remy Ma, shout out to her. She just put out a post, right? No, she not talking about Easy. She ain't. Remy, we want to hear about that. We don't want to hear about this. Shout out. But she talking about like, yo, it's time for another tournament. 25. It's time for another tournament, a $25,000 tournament. She got some names. You know what I mean? Y'all tell me if some of y'all interested in. We want to book Easy. We don't want this, Remy. Book Easy versus Clips or somebody. Book it. Easy versus Big K. We don't want this. We gonna support you one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know, but I don't understand. Like, Big K wanted to battle Easy. Really? Maybe have that as the headliner. You know what I'm saying? People go see the battle. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. But she seems to be focused just on the tournament. So we'll see what ends up happening as time goes on. And another thing y'all got to think about. Y'all even thinking. Right? Some of y'all ain't thinking. You know what I'm saying? What it is. URL, contracts. Sending people different contracts, right? You get the Foots and the Rum Nitty situation, all of that. You get a lot of interesting stuff going on, right? And then you've got Mook, who's supposed to be battling in November on Homecoming, right? This is what was marketed, what was talked about. Oh, November Homecoming's coming up. You know what I mean? This gets pushed back. Why are things being pushed back? Why are we hearing about Lux supposed to be on the card? You know what I mean? Then Lux is in spaces talking about he ain't on the card. You know what I mean? It's like, it's too much going on. You know what I mean? And I don't know where the focus is. Is the focus on the cases? You know what I mean? Or is the focus on like battle rap? Or is it on both? But it seems like they losing more focus on battle rap. That's what it looked like to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think this case can make or break URL. You know, you might get new nails on Twitter. PIPERBOY don't really talking about it. I think it will, but make or break them. Now, if they're going to pay up millions and deal with the criticism, they might be out. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? We'll see as time goes on. But shout out to everybody. I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just a blogger. Listen. I ain't do that in a minute. Listen to me. Listen. I'm just a blogger. I'm one out of many. I'm not controlled by either party. You know what I'm saying? Or nobody. I just say what you know what I mean? What I see going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes I might have an opinion that might be super popular. You know, in terms of, you know, like everybody else. Sometimes I don't. I don't feel like Norbs is the owner. Does that mean he's not an owner? I don't know. We'll see what the courts decide. You know what I'm saying? But the appellate court ain't the using owner. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see as time goes on. We seeing partial documents. You know what I'm saying? Or a document about the specific, without the specifics of the specifics. You know, and I don't think we can make a whole decision off of is, you know, Norbs right, is URL wrong without seeing everything. And that's why I want to see the case. I'm going there. I'm going to see everything. I ain't really going there, but shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Let me just chill and be a blogger. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chill out. You know, I don't be one to get petty, but I will get petty. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.